Hey everyone, Jackie Tillman here. Happy Saturday to you. Are you surprised to see me today? Of course you're not. Alrighty. Today we're going to talk for a minute, then we're going to get into a little bit of a reading and maybe a little Q&A. How's that? We haven't done any Q&A over here in quite some time. So let's wait till we get some in the room here. We will get going on that. Guys, I want to talk to you about the time frame that you're in, because you are in a time frame of uncertainty, and I'm getting your messages and I'm reading them, and thank you for that. You know, you can email me, you can text me, whatever you need to do. It's JackieTallman.com. We are in the time frame of uncertainty, and we're rolling up into the 26th, which is what we call retrograde, which is also the time frame of the uncertainty. And it's the time frame of the unexpected. Really not so much worried about this retrograde. It is a time frame of people from the past coming back, and people are telling you, oh, it's going to be a doozy. It's going to be this. Really not. It's really not a big deal. So just to let you know that it's not as going to be as bad as some of the past retros that we have seen. There are some things that I need to say to you. You know, if you are familiar with my videos, I tell you all the time, your vibe attracts your tribe. Y'all need to take that a little bit more literally. Hey, Miss Brandy. When I say your vibe attracts your tribe, this is going to be crucial. If you've been with me since the beginning of 2026, I told you there was a couple things that would resonate with you this year. First of all, it's a year of digging for your patience. Second of all, you've got 3 primary new beginnings. January, April, June. You're going to hit April 1 before you know it. You got lots of changes coming up. Of course, y'all all know what they call the reveal or disclosure began Tuesday of this week. Stuff has not been hidden from you. It's been in plain sight for years and years. Talk about your vibe attracting your tribe and the division of this country. It's like a division of good and evil, and you need to know the difference, okay? These people that are screaming at you, how stupid you are, and how you can't wake up, and how you can't see what's in front of you, steer clear of them, because they're not on the path of ascension. Hey, Sharon, these are the idiots that have discovered 5 or 6 things that were hidden from them. They discovered it. Now they think you're stupid because you didn't see it. The ones that are on the path of ascension and the ones that have true psychic abilities know that they're not even in the parking lot of the ball field. I mean, I can sit here and rattle off over 250 things that have been going over for 40 years. They're being revealed now. Okay? Don't, like I said, your tribe, your vibe attracts your tribe. Don't let them get to you. In this reveal, in this disclosure that you got going on, you go see a lot of fake psychics. You go see a lot of fake astrologers and a lot of fake mediums. That counts may go poof, they're gone. Just saying, if they were true to their abilities, they would have known this a long time ago, and they're out there still in fear for you, yelling how stupid you are, and why didn't you know, and and all this stuff, or portraying, oh, I saw this. No, they did not. They did not. So be warned of that. Be warned of being scammed like that. My other thing I want to say to you too, the ones that are yelling at you to buy Bitcoin and XRP, keep your wallet shut. Keep your wallets shut. Your president has stated that we are going to a digital currency, to which we are. Keeping up with the times, we are going to a flat currency that has yet to be disclosed, so nobody's going to have the upper edge or the advantage. We're going to be on a playing field that is one playing field worldwide, not nationwide. So be warned of that as well. There's a lot of scams going out there. There are a lot of people out there instilling fear in you. there's a lot of psychics that are just filling your head with crap, trying to look like they are the psychic of the century, and they're not. So you're really going to have to use your discernment. Okay, so we're just going to disclose aliens. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? I think that what they need to disclose before aliens, my personal opinion, and I hope they do this as well, is disclose NASA. A lot of y'all, they got a lot of faith in other planets, a lot of faith in NASA. You got a lot to learn. So I think they need to start there. I don't know what all they will release, but I mean, it poses a question. How are you going to feel when your neighbor comes out the house tomorrow morning and doesn't have their silicone mask on? Would you be okay with that? Would you be okay with there's no such thing? Quit letting people influence you. Period. Quit letting these idiots influence you. I mean, being a psychic is a lot more than me flipping some cards for you, which I don't use on a regular reading. Right. Okay. Being a psychic is so much more than your love life and your past person and your money. We didn't opt to become a psychic. We've known this stuff for many years. And it's not our job to sit there and instill fear in you, but it is our job to let you know, quit listening to these idiots, because they're making complete fools of themselves, and they're going to soon find out. But don't let people intimidate you. Don't be bullied by these people. I talk to you often about the path of ascension. Okay? I talk to you often about the gifts and the various different gifts. And I do channel, and I do the cards for you. These are for you. This is nothing but a visual for you. When you contact me for reading, I don't need a deck of cards. Never have. But you also need to understand this. It's who they're channeling with. Who are they channeling through? There is good and there is evil. Know what you're listening to. Know what you're listening to. Don't be bullied. Don't be intimidated. Anybody that leaves fear in you or pisses you off or frustrates you, cut them out. What I want you to take away from this today, it's your life. Start living. Put some life into your living. Does that make sense? And only you can put the life into your living. Not these ones that are calling you stupid. You know? Not the ones, oh, I can't believe you didn't see it. They didn't see it either. Hell, they don't even see half of the stuff. Not even a quarter of the stuff. But listen to them. You know? Discernment, folks. We talked about it. We talked about December. We talked about January, how important your discernment is going to be. I'm not telling you don't trust anyone, but I'm telling you, if you're really, truly on the path to ascension and you're on the path to leveling up, listen to that gut feeling. It's going to steer you right every single time. Put some life into your living. Okay? So today we're going to do a short read. Short reads based on what you need to know. And then we're going to move in. I think I'm going to do a little Q&A today. A little Q&A. See what we got going on here. What do we have going on? What you need to know. What do you need to know is always so different than the questions you may have. But again, if you're coming into a collective reading with a personal question, throw it out there, Spirit. See if it'll answer for you. You guys know I got a website, JackieTomlin.com. Got a couple new things to tweak over there, but yeah, y'all know the drill. Hello there. How is everyone? I saw you all come sneaking in. Okay, look at there, guys. One time out, you start off your day with strength. The 8 of Swords and Judgment. This is what I'm talking about. I need you to judge everybody. Judge the people you're listening to. Hell, judge me. I don't care. You know? But If they are riling you up or upsetting you in any way, if they're leading you to fear or loss of sleep, whether it's a psychic, whether it's in your personal life, pass judgment on them and get away from these people, because you're ascending, you're leveling up, and you're going to put the life in your living. You've got strength on your side to do so. Strength on your side no matter what you do. Thank you, George. And the Eight of Swords talks about no one's holding you back but you. Take that literally. Take that literally. Who is holding you back? These people that are yelling at you? Are they the ones holding you back? Somebody's holding you back. You need to figure out who's in that circle. And we have the Page of Swords. Center of the reading and loving it. Knight of Pentacles. And with that, you've got the Nine of Pentacles. What do you have here? Page of Swords. All eyes are on you. You got people watching you that you don't even know are watching you. What you need to question yourself about is, why are they watching you? Why are they watching you? For some, there is jealousy. They think you have something that they don't have. For others, like I said, there are some people are going to be shut down. Why are people watching you? Secret admirers, very possible. The secret admirers gives me the vibe of Earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Knight of Pentacles says, let's go again. Trusting that gut. You're being led to a new money path. You're being led to a new money path. Some of you are being led to the financial independence you seek, but it comes through a new job, a new career. Again, with leveling up. Some of you got raises and promotions coming. Some of you will find yourself within 6 months doing a job you never thought you would be doing. It is that time. That time has come. What else? You got justice in your favor. Okay? Something is coming in to balance you out. You know, part of the weekend read was talking about letting go of control issues. And if you're trying to control your balance, you need to let that go, because this is going to happen for you. You do have the past coming back around. I want to throw this back as far as childhood friends. Whether you were romantically involved or not, childhood friends, I do see that as well. And your zone. Don't you let anyone steal your shine. Okay? Do that journey inward. It's going to be so important in the next few days. The Four of Wands talks about, it's not right now. There's a delay attached to this. But yeah, someone is looking at you as a happily ever after. You're certainly not meant to be single if you're single. Ooh, now we got some jumpers here. Let's take them. What's going on here, y'all? Calm, peace, harmony. That's what I'm talking about. Put some life into your living. Four of Pentacles, keeping some things to yourself. Thoughts, ideas, opinions. Just keep it to yourself. What you know will soon be revealed. But there's some things that are not supposed to be revealed because people are just going to steal them from you. Does that make sense? The calm before the storm. That's where you are right here now. You are in the calm before the storm. Talking about self-imposed restrictions. Be warned about the people that come from a place of ego. The ones that criticize you and the ones that put you down. Okay? Be warned of those. Keep the judgment open. Remain judgmental towards them. Your new beginning is now. And some of y'all are just beginning to shine, let me tell you. There it is. The world is your oyster. And you might be psychic. Yeah. You're in an era that is hard to describe. Some of you, talking about your ascension and your leveling up, are feeling the shift in energy. Hi there. And I mean, it's kind of like one of those things I want to say, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Flash goal, guys. We got a flash goal. You got, let's talk about the judgment, passing judgment on them. What is rushing in, y'all? You're going to love this. What is rushing in? You've got a lot of fools coming out of the woodwork. And I mean fools. Okay? That's what's rushing in. You also, I love the fact that you're going to take the time to treat yourself. Like I said, it's about time to put some life in your living. You are going to take the time to treat yourself. I really feel that a Leo is going to resonate with you. So Earth sign and definitely a Leo so far. Okay. Talking about that person, all eyes on you, stalkerish, I'm going to say, stalkerish. I am not from Texas, no. I am from Virginia. King of Wands. Why did you ask me if I'm from Texas? We have the King of Wands. And you've got, ooh, the Eight of Wands. I love that too. You definitely got a fire sign around you, because now I'm picking up Aries. And the Six of Wands. You guys are being led to something huge. Huge victory. Huge successes. And let me tell you, no one can take credit for that but you. No one can take credit for that but you. And it's because you're changing within here. And you are ascending. And you're choosing happy. And I tell y'all every day, happy is a choice. It is a choice, y'all. It is a choice, okay? And you've got the Knight of Pentacles coming in, talking about that new money path. I also see you taking authority over your life. Some of you, the changes that you're making is maybe you saw this and could say, I am guilty of doing this, this, and this. You're changing it up. It's going to lead you to something bigger, I promise you. Your success there, you got your financial balances being restored. Now, let me say this. This is not the windfall of abundance that I see coming down the pipeline. This is restoring your financial balance in the immediate, knowing that things are to be taken care of. You've got an unexpected offer of love coming in. Now, this could be the love of family and or friends, but bottom line is that wheel is starting to turn in your favor. Things are going to become easier. You may have noticed that here in the last few days. Things are going to be becoming easier. They've got a natural flow to them. A peace and a calm can come about to you if you allow it. If you allow it. And it goes back to what I said for your weekend read. If you stop trying to control everything. You know, the whole let go, let God. Something to it. And with the Nine of Pentacles, we're talking about the Three of Swords. We are talking about the Emperor. And we are talking about the Death card energy. Okay? Exposed, y'all. What did I say? Darkness is coming to light. There's going to be some big things exposed. And you're going to notice a lot of people have disappeared. Or they're off the radar. Or they're no longer there. Or maybe they had, I don't know, maybe you used to watch them on this and now they're gone. Okay? We're talking about third person in your business. So go back to, like I said, who's watching you? Who's watching you? Why is what you do so important to somebody else? Who's watching you? Well, what you got here, you got an ending and a powerful new beginning. And you've got the Emperor that talks about this dominant, prominent, take charge type person coming in to save the day. Look at the stage that you're being led to. Look at the stage that you're being led to. Some of you got a glow up so big that it's hard for me to describe. And some of them, their epiphany is that you are a chosen one. Look at there. I like it. Bless your heart for saying it. Yeah. There is a difference in being a chosen one and those that are not. Like I said, if you know, you know. If you know, you know. Let's go into the balance being restored. Yeah, see, now we got Sagittarius. So you got all your fire signs here. You are going to be really shocked when you find out what all you've been lied to about. What all you've been lied to about. Justice will prevail. The Chariot is rushing in. Your yes answer are getting everything. Exactly. Exactly. Chosen ones don't have an easy route. You really don't. You got everything you want, desire there, rushing in when you least expect it. But the message is, lies are about to be exposed. Lies are about to be exposed. I think y'all got a lot of lies exposed last week, and I'm telling you right now, they need to scratch the surface of it. 6 of Cups, talking about the people from the past. Well, I'm telling you, if you want to know what this retro is going to hold for you, it does have people from the past coming in from out the woodwork. People you have long time forgotten about. Yes, ma'am. I love, what did I say? Your vibe attracts your tribe. Look at the tribe in here in the comments going on. You got the 9 of Wands. You need to know, with everything going on right now, it's okay. Not really to feel bajiggity, but it's okay to feel different. It's okay to feel different. It's okay to feel that, I'm not going to say that you've ascended someone else, but you may have. It's okay to realize that you're now seeing someone in a totally different light than what you saw them before. Devil's not going to be happy about it. Well, she said the sheet is falling off. There's going to be some mass drop. And I'm not talking about alien mass. I'm talking about you. You are shifting. You are shifting. And because you're shifting, you're going to see people in a different way. A totally different way. We got movement too. Some of y'all getting ready to make big moves. Big moves. Some of you, it's career changes. Some of you, it's moving on the home front. Some are moving in. Some are moving out. Big moves are coming up. And for those of you, let's say if you're watching me and you've been in your job for years and you've been in your home for years, you're now open to the possibility of that movement. You're open to the possibility of change. Right. You got financial blessings coming in. You got spiritual blessings coming in. And I know this was in the weekend reading. Somewhere down the road when I said someone's getting a set of keys, I still see the set of keys. Okay? The 7 of Wands. Seven of Wands comes with the 9 of Cups. Wish fulfillment. It's more than one wish being fulfilled, but let me say this. I see the sigh of relief and the burdens are being lifted. Some things are starting to come full circle and make sense to you. Okay? Look at here. The highest power couple in the deck. You're not going to be alone. You are not doing this alone. We got the Empress and the Emperor right here together, as we did for the weekend reading. And there you are, sitting on the throne. Adjust your crown, y'all. I told you yesterday, you're part of royalty. Adjust your crown. Not everybody is. Not everyone is. And the thing of this, you know how they tell you to take your rose-colored glasses off when you're low so you can see someone, see them from outside the box? You're going to start seeing people from outside the box. And look at there, it brings them out love. Lord, I talk to you about peace, harmony, things like that. It brings them out love. Someone coming in to offer you that cup of love, someone that you're not expecting. You may travel to see this person. This person may want to travel to see you. Planting the seed, watching it grow. I really want to go back and say that some of you are changing careers. I mean, a complete career change. Okay, that's here. Some of you are moving up the ladder in your career that you had no idea. You may be offered a job within your job that something is being created that is not even currently a position right now. These negative ass people and their drama, steer clear, because they're just that. They don't know how to put life in their living. And if they do, they can't be consistent, because when you learn how to do it and when you embrace that inner peace, it's a consistent thing. Happiness, joy, happy home. Happy but broke home. The money's coming. It's not there yet. I mean, there's enough to get by. There's a little extra, but your windfall is in here. We do have the Hierophant, where I tell y'all to speak it into existence. There's also news of a marriage here. News of a marriage. It is definitely here. Speak into existence. What you want to see happen, and because a lot of you, it's about money. That new beginning of money is here. No more loss of sleep for you. That's an order, because I do see a loss of sleep. Okay? I do see a loss of sleep. Remember, where thoughts go, energy flows. What's draining you? What's draining you? Because let me tell you something. If something is draining you, if something is distracting you from that sleep, that's the enemy at work. And when you get stuck in your head, this is the enemy too. Your thoughts go straight down into the abyss. Let that energy go. Yep. Time to change things up. Time to do things differently. And let's go back to what I was talking about judgment. When I tell you do things differently, quit worried about what other people think about you. Nobody cares. Why are you dwelling on that? Why are you dwelling on that? Why do you care what somebody else thinks about you and what you do? They're going to think what they want to, because obviously they're watching you anyway. So there's that. There is that, right? Let's see what Spirit has for you guys. Now we're going to get into some Q&As. Some Q&As. We haven't done that in a while. Something different. Yes. Say it louder. Say it proud. Say it louder. Okay, y'all. Here we go. What do y'all need to know? I'm definitely doing a sneak peek tomorrow if I can. I mean, I don't have any plans yet, so I can make it one. So y'all definitely, sometimes I get busy. So, hello there. Okay, what do we got going on? Small wishes being granted. Speak it into existence. Time frame is now. Another big turning point you've got coming up, you can mark your calendars if you like to, 10 to 14 days from today. You may be separated from someone or something in 10 to 14 days. You're under a huge new beginning at that point in time. Okay. As aggravating as it is, delays are in your favor. Everything you want, everything you desire is within reach. Going back to the 2026 reading, one of your big strong points is the month of April. And if you know, April 1st. It's not April Fool's Day at all. It's a new year. You also, I got some of y'all signing a legal document. This could be a large lease or purchase. Virgo energy is here. Now, funny how right now you're under the air from right now to whenever. Dear, hit the follow button. You'll get the notifications. From right now to whenever, you're getting what you want. It's just coming in a form you're not expecting. You're getting what you want, but not in the form you were expecting. You have a high drive for success. Make sure your ego doesn't follow that. And most of you squash your ego. You cannot have ego and be on a path of ascension or leveling up. Does that make sense? You can't have them both. It doesn't work that way. Like, you cannot have ego and inner peace. Nope, they don't go together. New doors are going to open for you, so make sure you walk through them. Someone is going to try to instill some negative thoughts on you, give you something to dwell on, because they do see you happy. They do see that you're leveling up. So they might want to install some fear in you. Don't let that happen either. You do, however, have a caution to slow down in your car, at home, and at work. Slow down. Be warned of your surroundings and remain positive. Some of you got a Cancer that may resonate. Some of you need to know it's time to make decisions you've been putting off. And I'm going to be real honest with you. For some of you, it's time to say no. It's time for you to block people. Yes, let me say that again. In order for that door to close, and in order for you to move forward, it is time for you to block some people. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, here all again. You are the calm before the storm, y'all. Fear and worries are going to leave. What at first may be presented as a disappointment, it's going to be everything you want and desire. Who I talked to about this other day, I see fireworks. Not 4th of July, like 4th of July fireworks, but not in the 4th of July. They're coming. Some of you getting ready to travel out of state. And some of you, I'll be honest with you, I ain't gonna lie. Some of you, your anger, your temper, your resentment, your jealousy, everything's gonna come out. You are gonna unload everything you got in you before you block that person. Before you block them and move forward. But then I see you celebrating, and then your opportunities follow. You are absolutely in the ascension and moving forward, not looking back, letting all emotional baggage go. You are reuniting with someone from the past. Good news is going to have you celebrating. When I tell you don't let negative thoughts in, because there is too much celebrating going on here, it don't let you beating yourself up either. We all make mistakes. We all make them. But that's what I got going on for you today. So, let's get into it. Brenda, is it time to let Elvis go, please? And thank you. It is time that you move forward with Brenda. Put some life in your living. Yep. All right, guys. We're going to throw your questions out. You may have to repost them because I can't keep up. I'll get what I can. Let's see what we got going on for you. I don't do this too often. So here I am. Use me. Take advantage of me. I don't care. Hope y'all are having a fantastic weekend. I know my friends up north, y'all getting ready for the snow. Y'all got your milk and bread? Or is that just a southern thing here? We have to run out and buy milk and bread every time they call for a snowflake. It's been a beautiful day here today. Come on, gang. I've given you an open floor. Here we are. Hi there, dear. Thank you. Thank you for your gifts, your likes, your shares, your comments. You do your milk and bread? Darling, sometimes I don't think I deliberately do milk and bread, but I'm always out of milk and bread when that happens, if that makes sense. Thank you for the heart, too. Thank you. Y'all, I appreciate everything y'all do for me. Sharon, yes, you will. Yes, you will, my dear. Sooner than later. I think that might be why I keep seeing June. Remember, January, April, June. We got through January. I mean, it's going to be a whole lot of crazy between now and April 1st. Whole lot of crazy. How y'all going to deal with it? My gang here, you're going to deal with it just fine. Right? That's what I'm talking about. It's all in how you perceive things, how you handle things. Margie, you are correct. Well, thank you, dear. Thank you. Yeah, good times are abundant. And they are here. They are here. Life as you know it is changing. I told y'all that last year. Hyperactive on a time switch. Well, and a lot of you have been brainwashed into this whole new world order crap that is just that crap. Okay? Take it for what it's worth. What you're entering, there's a difference in a new world order and ascension. Totally different things. Not related at whatsoever. And like I said, anyone that carries any psychic abilities, they've known this. They've known this for a very, very long time. Well, Darlene, am I right? Do you find comfort in knowing that? I mean, I'm not a feel-good psychic, but when the time comes for y'all to calm down and relax, I'm going to let you know. That time is now. Calm down, relax, enjoy the ride. January, April, June. Enjoy the ride. I get so frustrated with the people saying, oh, you're so stupid, you're so stupid. Why didn't you see it? You're so stupid. I mean, they haven't seen everything themselves. Sharon says April's right around the corner. April's going to be here before you know it. Well, and when they're talking to you like that, they're not on the level of ascension. They don't even have a clue. They're the ones that don't have enough money to buy a clue. Does that make sense? And like I said, that ick. Don't nobody need that. And when I tell y'all, if you know, you know. Obviously, those here, you know. You know. Sharon, oh my God, I could not say it better. She says, it's just rude to call names. If they don't agree, just be quiet, right? Because they're like, I don't know how y'all didn't see that. I don't know how, well, you didn't see it either. You did not see it either. Shut your mouth and sit down because there's 200 other things that people have seen for 40 years that you ain't caught hold to yet. It's more than rude. It's more than rude. I used to have, well, I had two podcasts and a radio show. But one of the podcasts that I had was talking about, conspiracy theories and things like that. And there was stuff that we knew. We knew and we've known for many, many years. But we were never rude in the delivery of that. And it's just, these people, wow, they discover 5 or 6 things and they're attacking everybody like they the king of the mountain, So much more to it. So much more to it than that. But like I said, these are your tarot card readers. These are your ones that are psychic as a brick. These are the ones that carry no channeling communications with spirit whatsoever. And when you take all that up, I call them clueless. Yes, the crazy has unleashed this year and it's just beginning. And like I said, no, they have not even scratched the surface with what all is coming out. Y'all, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, y'all, because you're grounded, you're centered, you got it going on. It doesn't matter to you. Hi there. It doesn't matter to you. I think as it come up, it was either in this past week's read or the week before when I said all eyes need to be on you by you. That you need not worry about the others, just you. Just worry about you. Because that goes back to what I said for the year. It's going to be a test of your patience. It is definitely going to be a test of your patience. Right? Hi, Chris. Julia, will Michael reach out? Julia, Michael's going to reach out, but I don't see it right here in the immediate. You got a little wait for that to come. I'm going to say a few days anyway. It's a little bit of a wait there. In other words, if you're waiting to hear from him today or tomorrow, no. You know how I like to tell you to do your reflection? Like a 12-month reflection of where were you this time last year? By the time we're sitting here in February of next year, you're totally different worlds. Doing laundry. Yep, well, go get you some rest, dear. Hi, Julie. Go get you some rest. Transformation. Hi, Cindy. Transformation and changes. Welcome them with open arms. In all the time shifts that we had, let's say since Christmas, Have y'all noticed that even with the price of things still being high and stuff going up, that somehow or another life has just become a little bit easier? Mhm. Yes, it does. And it's just going to get better. And you got people too, talk about the snakes in the grass. You got people too that are flip flopping. Like they are pro this person, then they're not, then they are, and then they're not. Y'all really going to have to kick in with the discernment. First of all, congratulations on your creativity. And I do see the month of August is going to be really good for you. Aurora. Hmm. You know, you go through life and you go through so many hardships and things like that. And then you reach the time where things do pan out and things do. Congratulations in advance. That things do pan out for you. And we all have that time to shine, right? Thank you guys for the follows. I appreciated you. I appreciate everything y'all do. Like, share, subscribe, follows. I get your gifts. I get your tips. I do read all your comments. I know a lot of you message me. I try to read the messages over here. I get a little overwhelmed with them from time to time. But you can always message me on my website. Tanya, how are you? Jimmy is going. Yes. Nice to meet you as well. Y'all had a pretty good day? Linda, honey, I did not see it. What is your question to me? Thank you, Heather. And I apologize if it scrolls by and I missed it. It wasn't intentional. Brianna, I could have been there all day. I got things to do. I mean, little things. I guess just because it doesn't take that long. So, well, welcome. Welcome. Travel for a holiday in April. Aurora, if it's more towards later in the month, yes. If it's more to the beginning of the month, no. And it may be that what I'm seeing is that maybe you think you're going towards the first part of the month and it gets pushed back a couple weeks. So you know. Best I could describe that. Best I could describe that. So from now on, moving out, we are putting life into our living. How many of y'all, speaking of putting life into your living, how many of y'all are just good with sitting home? Linda, it's not coming through, dear. Then it's not, if you rewrite that question, it's not coming through to you. It's not coming through to me, I meant. Anytime soon. Heather, I'm going to say what I'm seeing here is going to be fall time because I see specifically the month of September. What I was asking is, how many of y'all are just good with being home and just being still and just being you? Probably being filtered from TikTok. I'm sorry, dear. Can you rephrase it? Can you rephrase the question? Oh, I am so good. It's part of your inner peace. My husband. Probably next year. Not this year, but next year. Protecting your peace. I like it. I like it. Yeah, Linda, see if you can rephrase it. If it's filtering it out, see if you can rephrase it. Brianna, that's what we're talking about, how that has changed for everyone now. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Somebody's soulmate here. Does Tony want to be with me? Yes, but it's not going to be an easy road, Linda Mullins. Will Shannon will not respond right away. She will respond. I won't say Shannon's not going to respond, but it's not going to be this weekend. You don't know. UK, Scotland jumps out for whatever reason. Dealing with a lot. Past trauma. Yeah, people. You're in Scotland now. Well, damn. That's probably why Scotland jumps out. If you're in Scotland now, where would you move to? Bye, dear. How about Ireland? Does Ireland resonate with you? That may be where you're looking at moving to. I do also see Greece, but I don't see you moving there. I don't know if you're visiting there or vacationing there, but I see Greece. To live there permanently. So you're asking when she does respond, is it going to make you happy? I'm going to say indifferent. She didn't answer your questions fully. I love Dubai. I'd love to see Dubai one day. Pictures are absolutely amazing. I have clients in Dubai. And Miss Linda, the other Linda, I don't think she rephrased her question. Dubai chocolate. Well, now there's something for me to investigate. Nunya, hey dear. I'm with my appeal of work, enable us to work from home. Nunya, you're going to win your appeal, and it's going to take a while. Okay, because if they gave you a date, I see a delay there. Tanya, maybe you're being rebuilt for something, my dear. I know I was. You're welcome. Good to see you. I didn't see you come in. Don't get discouraged when your health goes all at one time. And I've been there more than once, and it's hard not to because it's your health, right? I don't know if y'all know a few years back, but I underwent 18 procedures in 26 months. Don't ever get discouraged. You know, like I said, maybe you're being rebuilt for something bigger. Yes, dear, I have a pretty much horrific health past. You wouldn't know that to look at me, though. But yeah, it was like everything in my world come crashing down all at one time. Spines. Thank you. Yes, he does know that it's a twin flame thing. Yep. Thank you, Brianna. I look amazing. I look amazing to clean my house. Exciting life I lead, right? Thanks. Thanks. Thank you. I appreciate y'all's compliments. Forever cleaning. I sometimes feel like I am. I don't know who mentioned motivation. That was been me today. I just hadn't really been. I did a lot of readings this morning, so I haven't been real motivated. How's the kitty? That's it. I was just in here wondering where she is. She in there napping. She's been asleep all day. Very clingy and very needy. And I talked to a friend about that earlier today. Did any of y'all hear the ringing in your ears? That's a whole frequency thing. I won't even open that can of worms. Were it up for us this week? I think it up for our animals too. I think it's up for the animals. And I'm really good. Me and my cat are very much in sync. When the barometer changes, something's shifting. I mean, y'all saw how crazy she was in my last 2 lives, and that's just normally not like her. And today she's giving me a little. I mean, she knows I'm back here working, so. It'll be a few days. It'll be a few days out. We'll have that conversation over here one day about the frequencies and the ringing in the ears. I do think it has to do with your path of ascension. I'm comfortable. She's a rescue. Mine's a rescue. Mm-hmm. But let me tell y'all something. Tortitude is a thing. Not the ringing. Okay. If you haven't checked out the frequency waves on YouTube, absolutely do so, because it does seem to take away from it. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Yesterday, it got really bad at 2 a.m. It kind of woke me up. Do you see your panels, those big flat panels on the towers, particularly cell phone towers and stuff? It's like they're emitting some type of frequency, which is actually a healing frequency, believe it or not. And I think they cranked it up this week. We went up to a different octave or whatever. And if you'll notice those towers, I happen to live by one. Storms go around them. Nothing goes near them. We used to have birds that hang out on that tower, not anymore. But that's what's being emitted with these frequencies. And if you think I'm joking, go press the test button on your smoke alarm because it immediately stops. Just briefly. You're like, God, that's what normal used to be like. And now y'all think I'm nuts. Just try it and see what happens. Just try it. But yeah, and what is it? I told Sharon earlier today. What do they call it? They call it something. If you go to the doctor and tell them there's ringing in your ears. What is normal? Uncomfortable. You know, you bring up a valid point. You bring up a valid point. This started last year. I'll be honest with you. I can almost give you the date that it started. No, it's not vertigo. There it is. Tinnitus. Yes. And I can tell you almost an hour in a minute every time they turn it up. They turn it up just a little bit at a time. But it does help me if you find this healing frequencies on YouTube and listen to them. Also, God, if you're sick, I cannot recommend it enough. A high frequency if you're sick, like 580 hertz and above. But if you want to know the difference, or so-called normal, or what was normal before this started last year, hit the test button on your smoke detector, and when that stops, you'll notice what your hearing used to be like versus what you're hearing now. And I think we have reached, I don't know if the word octave or hertz or whatever, we have reached a level now that I think is affecting our animals, that they know something ain't right. Some of you may see them digging at their ears or shaking their head or whatnot. I don't watch TV. Wait a minute, I do watch TV. I watch TV late at night. But during the day, there's generally not anything on. I kind of like my peace. You know what I mean? But there is energy coming from the ground. They've proved that. You can go out there and stick a copper pipe like 3 inches in the ground. There's energy there. And tell you something else I've done too. Where was I going with this? I have no idea. But now that we're on the thing of energy, okay, we need to give Shannon a rest right now. Okay? What I'm talking about, I decided, okay, so we've got, I don't know if y'all know about the med beds that are coming or research them. That's all well. You can also buy healing blankets now. These blankets are like grounding blankets, and it takes like the EMFs from you. And now I'm getting into a whole paranormal realm that y'all probably don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But I'm talking about energy. Okay, energy. Hi there. Nice to meet you. Hello. Hey, Sam. So I'm talking about energy in general. So my thoughts yesterday is how your psychic thinks. Could we energize the water? You know, I mean, can you take healing frequencies into water and heal from the inside out? And y'all, you need to try it. You need to try it. Hey, Mama J. And I charged a glass of water. I did 2. One with a tuning fork and one with a singing bowl. And leave it for a little while, and you'll come in there and you will find it has bubbles in it, like a seltzer water or a sparkling water. Pretty amazing. Yeah, so I started that this week too, was the energized water. And I don't know what gave me that idea, but I don't know. We'll see what happens, right? Can't hurt, right? Can't hurt, because y'all know I'm all about the singing bowl and the tuna forks and stuff like that, but my cat is too. Now, going back into energy work, which is your Reiki, and y'all often hear me talk about your yoga, your Reiki, and meditation or whatever, and I am a Reiki master. And I have never owned a cat that would allow me to do Reiki on them. They don't like it. Dogs love it. Oh my God, dogs, I can walk up and place my hands on their head. They will fall out. I had a Sasha was my husky that would lay down and let me put crystals, covered her in crystals, and she gets so mad. But I had someone here getting a Reiki session and she wasn't getting it. I mean, she got really jealous about this. And for the first time ever, maybe this is Josie's problem, I Reiki'd her. And it took me like 3 nights to be able for her to allow a full session. And she actually came to me for that last night. So maybe that's part of her crazy and adjusting her crazy out of her. I don't know. I don't know. Is my cat crazy? Yes, she is crazy. She is into electric shock therapy, which seems to be her jam. She likes to eat cords, but only the ones plugged in. And she eats blankets. No, I don't mean she nibbles on them. I mean she eats them. She digests them. I'm going to find a sweater in the litter box one day. She eats them. So, I don't know. Will this calm her down? I don't know. I mean, it's made her a little crazy. But she is a rescue, and I love her dearly, even though when she's coming in here in my lives and knocking over a tripod, I mean, that was a little different this week. But I have noticed that since we had the eclipse, the Ring of Fire eclipse, that someone's turned the volume up. And I've noticed my cat's been a little nutty since then, too. Just want to throw it out there. Just something to think about. Maybe I need to go in there and charge her water now that I think about it, because I could do that, too. So, yeah. Yeah, but everything is heightened. Everything has energy. I don't know if I talked to y'all about the colors that you'll start notice. I know spring is coming. Let's exclude that. You're going to start notice when I use the word vibrancy of colors. Keep that in the back of your head. Just keep that in the back of your head. Now, I'm not talking about spring because everything comes in a bloom in spring. You're going to know the difference, and you're going to know it when you see it. I don't mind talking to y'all about stuff like that. I really don't. Going back to EMS, electronic magnetic fields, something we test on paranormal investigations. And it's where things emit energy. Like, I won't give credit to what we call a spike, an EMS spike, or anything light up or anything like that. You have your cell phone, because data transfer spikes that. And y'all think about it. That cell phone is in your hand every single day. And I'm not sure y'all realize we moved to 5G. And out west, they're at 6G. That's got something to do with these frequencies, too. Were any of y'all aware that we moved to 5G? Starting at devices. Yep, where we are at 5G. And I was really, really surprised to find that my folks out west are at 6G. So yeah, energy. That's what we're talking about, energy. And Reiki is like, it's working with energy. It's your chakras, you know. The psychic scan where people charge you to align your chakras or to clear your aura, something you should be doing yourself. We're all energy. Your animals included. You do Reiki? Brianna, working full-time as a psychic, I'd be a nut job if I didn't do Reiki. I learned it for myself. I learned it from my husky. She had hip dysplasia there in the end, and that was the real reason I learned it for. Mm-hmm. Volunteering at hospice. I love that. We've got, there will eventually be Reiki centers. You know, when I got into Reiki, it was a West Coast thing. It wasn't an East Coast thing. And now we've got them in our gyms. Our gyms offer massage therapists offer Reiki. Our hospice centers offer Reiki. Our cancer centers, and I love that. And I had, my mother was a cancer patient, and she used to make me do a Reiki session on her. And I do Reiki on myself. Even when I was sick, when I was going through my procedures or whatever, I got a cardiologist who was very familiar with it. I come with a bag of crystals. So, yeah. You lost a Malamute? I'm so sorry. My life, my family, my pets. Exactly. It makes a significant difference. It really does. But a psychic reading is energy when I'm reading you, whether I'm reading you through a text, whether I'm reading you on the phone, whether you're standing in my house, whether you're standing overseas. It's energy. And for me to go back and realign my energy kind of grounds and centers me. And I can erase away all your ick. Does that make sense? So if I did 9 readings that day, I don't go to bed with thinking about 9 people's problems. You know? Keeps me going. I don't pick up your energy because I'm not really an empath. I'm reading your energy. But I am a human being, you know? So yeah, your problems, they stick with me for a while. Very much so. I just make sure I don't take them to bed with me. Super empath. Showing true mirror to themselves. Yes, yes, yes. The problem I have, hospitals, particularly spending time in hospital, I have a problem not being an empath there. And funeral homes just creep me out. I avoid them at all costs possible. I just, And as a paranormal investigator, believe it or not, we did a funeral home, an active funeral home, a currently operating funeral home. And that energy just, ugh. I was sharing about that today. This is why Jackie does not do psychic fairs or anything. I don't need all y'all's energy walking in on me at one time. Well, when we did the funeral home, where we found the biggest problem, and I know this is very heartbreaking, but it's true, and I found this is a very common problem with funeral homes, there was a closet that contained 180 unclaimed urns. People pay to have their loved ones cremated and then don't pick them up. And there's an employee in that funeral home that takes great pride with calling every holiday, particularly Christmas Eve, to say, would you like to come pick your loved one up? It is very sad. And then I also worked as a journalist and actually wrote a piece on that, of how many funeral homes people do not pick up the urns. They pay for them. They don't come get their remains. I mean, we looked at things. I mean, can you buy a mass grave and bury them? Legally, no. What if 20 years somebody wants Uncle Bob? You can't go digging up a mass grave for Uncle Bob. My suggestion was adopt an urn. I'd be done bought him an evil spirit, so I'm not about that either. But this is a common problem. Your sister won't give you your mom. My mom got scattered without me knowing. And yes, I paid for that cremation. Her sister picked her up. Hi, David. Yeah, and she was the first one in my family that was cremated. And I'll be honest with you, it was so much easier. I had, my dad was a pretty big public figure, and we had a massive funeral for him. And it was just, I don't know, it seemed like to me it drug on for days. But my mother was the first one opting to be cremated. And I will say it was easier. It was just easier as far as me and a family member. And people say you don't get closure. I got my closure before she was cremated. So, friend from Western Minnesota, hello and welcome, Nancy. But yeah, can you imagine the energy of these places? And I mean, I don't know. It was just. And investigations that I struggle with as an empath, that one will always stick with me. This energy, we're all energy. All of us. Oh, listen, I need some WD 40 on this chair. One of my pet peeves, I hate squeaky stuff. Like car doors, house doors, anything like that. And now my chair is starting to squeak. It does it every now and then. There it goes. Yep. I can't deal. That is true. Not a lot know how to communicate. All right, gang. It is 6:30 on Saturday afternoon. I have not gotten a thing done today. I need to think about dinner. I do need to do a little house cleaning, so I'm going to get off of here. Thank you guys for joining me. I am going to try really hard for a sneak peek at the week because, okay, we're coming into retro. And it's the last week of February. And like I said, we're in a time frame where I'm going to say it's kind of like anything goes. So let's look at the week together, right? All right. Y'all have a lovely evening. Thank you for joining me again. Thank y'all for everything you do. Don't forget JackieTellman.com if you're seeking a personal reading. For those of you, if you're interested in the weekly forecast, I'm getting ready to do those for the week. They go out every Saturday or Sunday. It is a personalized email geared to you and what you want to know. So I've got 2 openings and only 2 openings, and it's a monthly subscription. So yeah. You have a great rest of your weekend. Chew, Nanya, you enjoy yourself. I'll see y'all probably tomorrow. Bye, gang.